Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. You know, I feel like XRP is the gift that keeps on giving because I get more as a result of holding XRP in the form of airdrops. I don't mind that one little bit here, and so I got a few stories to share with you in this video. I'll be starting with this one having to do with Songbird specifically, and it's going to be traded in a second market, another cryptocurrency exchange. And by the way, I didn't realize it until today, but there are a lot more cryptocurrency exchanges that have verbally stated, yes, we are going to make sure that those who are entitled to Songbird do receive it if they custodied with us on the date of the snapshot this past December. So that's great. And also, there's this headline from You Today. XRP ledger transactions can now be initiated offline. What is XPOP? And yes, indeed, there's something called XPOP that allows you to conduct an XRP transaction offline. When I first read that, I was like, who? And it's fascinating, though, and it actually works. So I want to run through that. And then I've also got an article highlighting just how rich a couple of the founders of Ripple are, which is just a for fun, fascinating piece. But you know what? I say well deserved. They've really, let's just say it this way, they have contributed to the crypto and blockchain space in incredibly meaningful ways, and have been around since practically day one, frankly. But I do want to be clear at the outset here, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby, just for fun. So into Songbird here, which I frankly believe is just going to absolutely rocket. And you know what's going to make the price of Songbird rocket? Real-world adoption. Actual adoption. Cryptocurrency exchanges not just offering it as an airdrop, which of course is the right thing to do and they should, but opening up new markets. And so take a look at this tweet from cryptocurrency exchange UPHOLD. They wrote the following. Delighted to announce that UPHOLD will shortly introduce support for Songbird, the token of the Flare test network. Our customers will be able to withdraw Songbird tokens to private external wallets later this month. We expect to introduce full trading support shortly thereafter. Yes, bam, because right now, at the moment I'm recording this, October of 2021, there's only one market on the entire planet for Songbird, and that's BitTrue. That's it. That is the only place that it can be bought and sold. And by the way, we do have an open market price here as a result. Songbird, as I'm recording this, is sitting at 56 cents. And so after it launched, it wicked up to 90 cents very briefly, less than a minute, in fact. And then it settled down in the first 24 hours, or I don't know, maybe 1-2 days, whatever it was, settled down around the 30-cent region. And then it rocketed up about 100%, which is more or less where it's sitting right now. And so this is nothing. Again, this is almost no money in it. There's almost no humans trading it, and it's already here. It's going to be absolutely freaking massive. That's my suspicion, anyway. And there are a lot more cryptocurrency exchanges trading this thing. So here's a little infographic from XRP community member XRP Crow. And you can see he highlighted the exchanges that are supporting it, and there are 16 listed there. But there's actually been an addition of at least 2 that I'm aware of since this infographic was created, and that would be UPHOLD, which I just highlighted, and also Index. So in terms of the actual drop, but I really strongly believe that the vast majority, if not all of these exchanges that support the airdrop, they're going to allow trade. Like, they're going to open markets. I really believe, because they've already gone to the trouble of creating the infrastructure to have the wallets right there. They're doing this all for free, basically. And so if they don't allow the trading, they're not going to make money on any of this. And given how big the XRP community is and the fact that this is going to XRP holders, there should be sufficient liquidity. And that's just a start. Just wait until everybody else jumps in as a result of a new token being listed on an exchange. I've seen what happens. It goes absolutely bonkers. It's crazy. And so on this topic, because I do think that Songbird's going to be worth an absolute fortune, that's my guess. And it's here, by the way, right on the cusp of the big final finale of this market cycle, which is incredible. Look, here's something that my fellow XRP YouTuber Alex Cobb shared on Twitter. Songbird is currently trading on only one exchange, BitTrue. There are big opportunities when you accumulate coins during origin phase. Remember how low QNT quant price was when only one exchange start stacking SGB. And so that's what I'm saying. You can even think about that stupid Shiba Inu coin. It's up literally, I'm not being flip about it, it's up literally from January 1st, 47 million%. That's what was reported anyway. I didn't double check that. It was from the Daily Hodl, I think. Or maybe it was you today. I could be mistaken. It was one of those two reported it anyway. 47 million%. And that was as of its high in May, and then it crashed down by about 50%. So what only up 20-something million%. And actually it's rocketed back up since then, so it's probably back close to it now I think about it. But this is what happens when you're talking about illiquid markets. It takes almost no money flowing in to get this tremendous multiplier effect. And also there's way less Songbird tokens than XRP. Total supply is 15 billion, whereas with XRP max supply of 100 billion. So just kind of do the math on that. You know how supply and demand works. You don't need me to spell it out for you. That represents opportunity. And so I responded to that tweet from Alex Cobb with the following. This is part of the reason I'm not selling my Songbird. Same story for Spark token. And that's it. And I've publicly stated this before. I don't plan on selling it until I see the price for these coins rocket up. And if it doesn't, then okay. That's life. But I personally am willing to take that bet because I've seen new cryptocurrencies get listed on exchanges. I see how crazy markets go. And given that these were handed to me for free, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take that bet. We'll see what happens. No way to know for sure. But I'll say I'm cautiously optimistic. So I think this is what's going to ignite the price of Songbird and ultimately Spark once it gets out into the wild too. It's just exchanges the world over listing it. Money will just pour in, and we're in a bull cycle right now, guys. And towards the tail end, it's really exciting stuff here. Now into this the next story. This is from You Today. XRP ledger transactions can now be initiated offline. Interesting stuff. And so here you go. Developers of XRP Ledger Labs, a software studio that addresses XRP ledger-based digital payment solutions, demonstrated the concept of their offline instrument for XRP transactions based on QR codes. According to a presentation demonstrated by XRPL Labs at Apex Developer Summit in Tallinn, its team created a viable prototype of the system that allows users to initiate XRP transfers offline. And by the way, so I actually watched that video. I didn't see it the day that it happened, but I did watch it before recording this video. The clip that I saw was like 12 minutes. It was on the official XRPL Labs YouTube channel, and it was just fast. It was just neat seeing the stuff that they're building, because this is the type of stuff that you don't know what's going to happen, but it could take hold. There's utility to be had here with this type of thing, because I do think people are going to be using cryptocurrencies in place of money increasingly as time passes. I just think it's going to happen organically, probably slowly, unless you have some major catalyst that somebody couldn't foresee. But outside of that, it might just be specific corners of the world where there's trouble with fiat currency. That'll make sense to me here. But anyway, XRP Ledger's Proof of Payments Protocol, or XPOP for short, can be utilized by a variety of devices that are not connected to the internet 24/7. For instance, so here, actually, I'll stop reading it. So what's being discussed here is basically making a payment with the XRP Ledger and then proving to an entity that's offline that who has access to the internet, so you can make big transactions online. There's a way for you to prove to the entity that's offline that a transaction is valid. And such an entity could be any number of things, including vending machines, right? Vending machines are typically not online themselves. So it makes it kind of tough to, pay for anything with XRP, right? What about parking meters? So just a couple of examples there. Well, without getting into a deep tech explanation of how this works, because frankly, that would be far outside the scope of the style of crypto coverage I offer on this channel. I can just dumb it down for you, though. The offline entity can read an animated QR code, and it can tell whether or not the proof of the transaction is valid, the actual proof of it, even when offline, just by understanding the array of the possibility of transaction proofs that could occur for a valid transaction on the XRP ledger. And so it comes down to cryptography. How about that? It's just fascinating. So in terms of real-world application, we'll see where this goes, but I could see something like this taking hold. because I don't know when we're going to be at a point where every single parking meter and vending machine and you name it is just going to have access to the internet at any given moment. Maybe that'll happen. That'd be kind of cool. Have smart cities, that whole concept, but I don't know. And then there's this from You Today. Jed McCaleb and Ripple's Chris Larsen emerge on 2021's Forbes 400 list. And good for them. I don't know about you guys, but I do not get envious or jealous or anything of people that have a whole lot more money than me. Look, typically when people have this much money, it's because they've contributed to society in some meaningful way. Typically, that would be the case here. And this is fantastic. You know, I don't begrudge people for having wealth. I think that that's an immature way of looking at the world. But anyway, check this out. Forbes has written that this year, 6 new crypto billionaires have joined its list of the 400 wealthiest entrepreneurs. Among them is Ripple's former chief technology officer who helped found the company, Jed McCaleb. Another Ripple co-founder and its former CEO, Chris Larsen, has joined the list for the second consecutive year, doubling his fortune. And as per the article, last year, Larsen had already appeared on the list of the 400 entrepreneurs with the highest net worth, with his $2.7 billion fortune. But this year, his estimated net worth is $6 billion. Now, they do write this, and I don't agree with this. They wrote all of it, or the majority of it, has obviously been made in Ripple. Look, all of it, writing all of it, that's going too far. He was already exceedingly wealthy before this, but obviously, with the amount of XRP that he holds, whatever the current number is, I'm not aware, that's massive. So, of course, that's a major factor, and that's fine. But even so, recognize, too, since a massive amount of his net worth is based on that, yeah, you can throw around the number, but you're just taking the quantity that he has times the current market price. That's all that you're doing right there. The truth of the matter is he couldn't just start unloading all of that. Like, say he's got billions and billions of XRP. If he starts doing that, you actually would tank the price and he wouldn't realize what his estimated net worth actually is. So just take that for what it's worth there. And then Jed McCaleb, here you go, left the company after a falling out. I'm sure you're aware of that back in 2013. Received 9 billion tokens and set off to found a rival company, Stellar, if you want to even call him rival. And so it's estimated that his net worth is now $3 billion. Whew. I don't mind seeing it, guys. Look, I'll tell you what, XRP, it's changed so many people's lives to the positive. It's changed my life to the positive. If Jed McCaleb in particular, because he's the one that came up with the idea for XRP, if he's loaded, and he absolutely is, cool. I'm down. Let me just get my little piece. It'll be a tiny percentage compared to what he's got. I don't care. To me, it's still substantial. So anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap up there, though. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.